God told Jeremiah, "Go buy a clay flask, take some elders and priests with you, then go out to the valley of Hinnom." And when Jeremiah got there, God said, "Break that flask in front of them." Now imagine that moment. Jeremiah standing there, holding this clay jar. Everyone's watching. Then suddenly he lifts it up and smashes it to the ground. Pieces flying everywhere. Dust in the air. People shocked. And Jeremiah says, "This is what God will do to this nation if you don't turn back to him." Just like this flask can't be fixed, once judgment falls, it's final. That's heavy, because God could have just spoken the warning, but instead he gave a picture, something the people couldn't ignore. You can forget words, but you don't forget the sound of clay shattering in front of you. So what's the message here? God was saying, if you keep ignoring my voice, if you keep rejecting my ways, if you keep shedding innocent blood and running after idols, one day you'll cross a line. And when that line is crossed, there's no going back. The Bible explains it like this. Proverbs 29 verse 1. "He that being often reproved and hardens his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy." That means God gives warnings, he gives grace, he gives chances. But if a person keeps saying no, if a nation keeps saying no, eventually destruction comes suddenly, and no one can repair it. Now let's pause and bring this to today. Look around the world right now. Nations are fighting. Innocent blood is being spilled every single day. Leaders rise up but don't honor God. People call evil good and good evil. And everybody just keeps moving like nothing is wrong. Doesn't that sound like the same thing God was warning Israel about? Family, the broken flask isn't just an old Bible story. It's a picture for us right now. Because the Bible says, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 11, "Now all these things happened to them as examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world have come." That means when we read about Israel, when we read about judgment, when we read about warnings, it's not just history, it's an example. It's a mirror. It's God saying, learn from this before you repeat it. And I want you to think about this. A flask doesn't break on its own. It takes pressure, it takes impact, it takes something hitting it. In the same way, when a nation or a person keeps resisting God, eventually the pressure builds. Judgment falls. And when it happens, no one can glue the pieces back together. But here's the hope. God gave the warning before the breaking. That's mercy. That's grace. God didn't just smash the nation without a word. He said, turn back, change your ways, stop now while there's still time. And the same is true for us today. Maybe your life feels like that flask. Cracks already